everybody, and welcome to another edition of Aquaponics World. I just fed the fish. That's why you see all that food floating around in there. Goldie is just eating it up. And I just wanted to share this with you because I don't usually enjoy sitting here watching the fish, but today was a good day. Got the water clean and clear. Finally figured out the trick is that I need to do water change outs more often. So, normally you just want to do a quarter water change out, about that much of the water. So I have a 50-gallon tank. And so that's a 10-gallon tank, and so I fill that up to replace the water that I take out, and I was doing that once a week. That's pretty normal, but as your fish get bigger, sometimes you gotta I guess you gotta up that, right? So anyways, I was just really happy to have the fish tank back to being clear again, and as you know, I like to keep it bare bottom. I've had some really bad problems in the past. I put plants in there from the fish store, from the pet store. They were made for aquariums, and I ended up getting snails, which meant I had to take the fish out of the fish tank, get all the snails off, because they were reproducing, and I mean thousands of snails. So I'm tentative to put anything in here. I've had some comments like, let's make it exciting, put something for them to swim through, something in the fish tank. But I just like it so that I can keep it clean, and I like it simple. But I might get something. I was kind of thinking about it. But yeah, if you check it out, I mean, Goldie is eating a ton of food. Now, what they say as far as feeding is concerned is you're supposed to feed them, and I say they, I don't actually have a source on this information, but what I've heard on the internet, which has got to be correct, is that you're supposed to feed them the size of their eyeball. So if you see the size of this guy's eyeball, it's really small. And then, if you add up all their little eyeballs, that's how much you're supposed to feed them. And I think it's 3 times a day, but I'm at work all day, so I feed them twice a day, which I like, because if I forget once, at least I know I'm fed them once a day. But I always remember, so I feed them twice a day, in the morning and at night. And I haven't had them pop yet, so I don't know why you're not allowed to overfeed them. I'm sure it's just because, you want to keep your filter clean on your pump, and you don't want to replace that too much, because if that gets plugged up and food gets plugged up in the lines and stuff like that, then you have issues where the pump stops working or it leaks, and that costs you another $500 for a new pump. So, I guess there's good reasoning behind not overfeeding them. But as far as, that's concerned, maybe I need another pump, whatever. But I think that as long as they don't pop and they don't get sick from overfeeding them, I'm just going to keep feeding them like I've been doing, which is like, I don't know, I give them as much as they can eat in about 5 minutes. So as you can see, like all the food that I put in there will either be sucked up by the pump, which it doesn't actually seem to be sucking any of it up, or it will be eaten in a couple of minutes, in a few minutes. So, you know, I don't feed them just for fun. I feed them because they're hungry. They want to eat, so they're eating. And as you can see, Goldie's getting pretty big, like I said. So Goldie likes to hide behind that. I used to have that attached to the glass. It had suction cups that attached to the glass, but the fish kept wanting to swim behind it, so I just took the suction cups off and I just let it hang there. But yeah, I just think it's so cool the way that the fish swim and you know, the details on the fish fins. I gotta clean that. Hold on. I got something for that. I got a chamois for that. Let's see. Marine and Reef. That's who I order all my parts for my Fluval pump from. They gave me a chamois, so that will come in handy to get the outside of the glass. I really need to get a bigger magnet. They sell magnets, but I keep forgetting to get them. I always clean the inside of the glass, but I very rarely clean the outside of the glass because I more do this for the health of the fish that I clean the tank, but now that I got it nice and clean, might as well clean the outside too. Ew. I hate to mess up my chamois for this. No, I'm gonna have to scrub that off in fish food. Anyways. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. The fishies are doing good. They're happy. They're enjoying their tank. I can't wait to get a bigger tank. This is the 50-gallon, and I want to get the next size up. But I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I'll probably have to get another pump. Have 2 pumps running on it. And eventually, like I said, I would like to start using this pump to maybe hook up to a timer and a float valve to feed some hydroponic plants. I'm not sure. I'm going to look into hydroponic plants a little bit more. I should have probably done a little more research on hydroponics and fish before I jumped into aquaponics, but I did it. I grew aquaponics. I grew plants in the fish tank. And what I found, by the way, if you didn't follow this channel before now, what I found about aquaponics is that you want to start with a larger plant. Now, I don't know. I mean, I've seen somebody grow a tomato right in their fish tank from seed. So, you know, I just didn't have very much luck with the smaller plants. I think starting the plant with a mild solution of water and fish emulsion from the fish tank is a good way to get the baby plants started, and then you can just set them into the fish tank, and pretty much they seem to just float right on the top. Like they don't really sink to the bottom. I don't know, I haven't had any problems with plants growing in the fish tank. You just set them into the fish tank. The only problem I did have was with baby plants. The fish did seem to want to eat the roots, and it killed the plants. But yeah, you know, just tossing the plants into the fish tank gives the plants a free source of NPK, which are your macronutrients in your plant fertilizer. So that's pretty neat. I haven't been able to get any bare root plants yet. I do want to do that. I started growing plants in peat moss instead of soil, which is basically just a different type of soil. You know, there's all kinds of different types of soil, so peat moss is just a medium to put the seed in. But I'd like to start working with more like a rock wool, because the rock wool allows the you know, when you transplant into the fish tank, you're not transplanting peat moss, which is, you know, dirty. I mean, it makes the fish tank dirty. I don't like that. That is why I do not have plants in the fish tank anymore. I don't even have them in a separate tank. You know, I had gone to a separate tank and I was like, ooh, this is cool, I'll just do a separate tank. No, it is an ordeal keeping them clean because of the muddiness of the soil that you start off with. So rock wool's the way to go with hydroponics, I believe. You know, I've seen all kinds of different things. And yeah, anyways, I just wanted to, I don't know why I'm talking so much. I just wanted to share this video with you of me feeding my fishies. It was kind of chill, a little chill moment. I need to get some more bubblers for those 2 hoses. We need the bubbler discs like that. But I do have that in there for the breaking the surface tension, which they seem to really like that, but I have those extra hoses in there. The more bubbles, the better, I think. They're so tiny. I mean, I can't even zoom in enough to capture how tiny these guys are. They're itty bitties. Microcosms in the universe that is their fish tank. Yeah, isn't that cool how their fins on the goldfish just look like, I don't know, little stripes? It's so neat. The way the white is at the end of the tips and the orange. And these guys, I noticed, there's 2 different types. There's the Danios and I can't remember what the other one is. There's a couple of different types, and you can tell by the way that their fins look. But these guys' fins are almost iridescent. They're almost see-through. Yeah, I think this guy needs a castle. He needs something to swim around in. I think this little guy right here. This guy's so cute. You can just zoom out and I'll just go up closer on him. I think this guy right here needs a castle. I think he'd be a lot happier if he had a little castle to go into. But yeah, I mean, I still gotta clean a little bit more on this glass. It's not picture perfect, but it's definitely a lot better than it was. And thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. Stay up. Keep enjoying the fish and the plants and growing your own food. Bye.